Hey guys, what's up? We're back with some more WarFrame action, and today we're going to be looking at another sword. Why do I say another? Anyway, so we're not going to be looking at the Sunrise Prime, as you may have already guessed by me saying the sword. We are in fact going to be looking at something a little bit more special. We're looking at the Paracesis. The Paracesis is a sentient slayer sword. It is in fact the Orokin ceremony sword that was teased a while ago. It's been given to us by, in fact, Ballas. If you don't know that, you should totally not be watching this video right now. You should totally be playing the game. So, let's have a look at the Paracesis in its entirety, as you will. So, first things first, the Paracesis is, of course, the only weapon in the game that actually ranks up to level 40. There is nothing else in the game that actually does this. I feel like DE is setting this, for this weapon specifically, as, sort of paving the way for more sacrificial mods in the future. So, the Paracesis obviously goes up to level 40, and in order for you to get it to level 40, you actually need to throw 5 Former at it. Even though this weapon doesn't come with any polarities at the start, there's actually no real need to throw in 5 Former outside of getting it to level 40. And it turns out that getting it to level 40 is how you get it to also reset sentient damage resistance, so that's really it. Like, the 5 Former that you put in it, you can kind of just make it up as you go. Just try not to screw yourself over by putting random D polarity slots, for example. That's just only going to make things really, really weird for you later on. So, I've seen some builds, some people use Former, they use 4 V polarities and then a dash polarity. I've decided to go for 2 dash polarities and 3 V polarities. I don't know, I feel like there's not really, like, a best way to do that at the moment. You kind of just have to make it up as you go. It's not like other weapons where you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to have at least 3 V polarities and kind of figure it out from there. Of course, mostly the confusion when it comes to choosing whether you want to use a V polarity or not really stems from the fact that you could basically put sacrificial pressure and sacrificial steel on this weapon without any problems when you have 5 Former on it. So, you know, you can really figure it out from there. So the base stats of this weapon are actually really, really high. Let's have a look at the base stats of this weapon by themselves. So, the base stats of this weapon are 31% critical chance, 12% status chance, 2.6 times critical multiplier. For context, the Grand Prime has 32% critical chance, which means this weapon has just as much crit damage as the Grand Prime. They both share the same critical multiplier. The thing that the Grand Prime does better than the Paracesis is that it has 32% status chance, as well as more slash damage in general. So the Paracesis is kind of like a sort of halfway between a Grand Prime and a Galatine Prime, in the sense that a Galatine Prime is your multi-purpose, like, slash crit hybrid weapon with way more slash. The Paracesis is more your sort of ceremonial sentient slayer sword with crit and some amount of slash. Okay, so we've seen the build. If you want to have a look at it again, I probably would recommend Cleaving Whirlwind, because both this weapon and Grand Prime are a little bit slow, although this weapon is nowhere near as slow as Grand Prime, so I definitely want to check that out. Now we've got ourselves 2 Corrupted Heavy Gunners and 2 Battleists on the field. First, we're going to have a look at how well this weapon does against the Battleist. One thing I want to note is that because Sacrificial Steel, I think, is on this weapon, I'm already getting red crits really, really, really early. There we go. So it took 76 hits to get that. Of course, these are level 125 Sentients. You'll never come across those, hopefully. But yeah. Now, of course, those were just stealth attacks. Let's take out the Battleists, and we'll not pause the AI. No! Why? See, it only took like 2 hits and I'm suddenly doing red crits. So that's like really the strength of this weapon. The only reason why I'm dying is because I shouldn't really be... Like, I shouldn't really be just fighting 2 heavy gunners without using any of my abilities. So let's do that. There we go. And finally, there is one thing worth noting about this weapon. It's to do with the slam. So let's get ourselves 8 of these dudes. We'll pause them. If you slam in the middle, everyone flies up. So this is there's a lot more like sort of lift off with this weapon than like other weapons. As you can see, like there's a bit of a special effect as well. So the slam basically throws everyone up, so it's a way of some really, really good crowd control. If you don't kill them, of course. Oops. Yeah. And the slam radius seems really, really high as well. There we go. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!